I really do think I should tell them about yesterday in the produce department.
You know, this woman never misses an opportunity to embarrass me.
So
She's getting, as she ages, she's getting more and more like her father.
Oh, I thought you always said I was like my mother.
Oh, no. No, your father was...
Oh, my father,
Whenever we went out to dinner or something with the whole family, her father couldn't pass up the opportunity to embarrass everybody at the table.
He did.
You know,
He did.
The waitress come to the table and said, "Where's the rest of your party?" And we're all under the table hiding.
You know, when I was, a couple of things that you bring this up, because I have a list so I don't forget to talk about.
The list.
When we were young, what are you doing, hon? Oh, I've got my signature glass of wine that he's taking some of. But you're welcome, you know, you can have everything. You have the shirt off my back. You can have all of that.
You know, as good as that tastes, it smells better. It's just like walking into an aging cellar. Really nice.
He digressed. Anyway.
Yeah.
When we were kids, and I was probably 6, and my sister Susan was about 7 years older, and we lived in a town where there was a college. And you know, this of course was back in the early 60s, maybe even late 50s.
18?
Very funny. And so they had like the kids' malt shop. You know how I used to see on, what was the name of that show?
Happy Days.
Happy Days. They had the malt shop. Everybody went to after school. So they had one of these malt shop things right next to the college. And we went in there one day because my sister Susan wanted to go so bad to this malt shop. So it was, I don't know whether Tony, my brother, was there. I don't think he was. I don't think so. So it was my sister Kim, who was about 2, me, who was about 6, and my sister Susan, who was 7 years ahead of me. So was she 13, 14? Right there. Well, she, of course, is embarrassed to be in there with her family to begin with, but she wanted to go to this shop. So we're at this booth, and we're sitting there waiting for the waitress to come, and my father decides he is going to humiliate my sister Susan. That's all there is to it. He got my little sister Kim to get on... I can't even believe I'm saying this to anybody but family. He got her on top of that table there at our booth and got her my little sister to dance. And my father saying a clapping time and and I'm going, oh my God. And Susan, she left.
Does that explain a lot to you? I think so.
She was so mortified. I felt so bad for her.
I'm just mortified hearing about it, and I've heard this story for... I don't know, 44 years.
So then the other one, which you were there for, is my father and mom and Renz and I were at a chowder house on the Oregon coast. Oh yeah. And he ordered a cup of chowder. Go ahead.
The cup didn't meet his quantity standards to
Is this a cup?
To classify as a full cup, and he had to make an issue of it.
Don't tell me this is a cup.
But he had to make an issue out of everything.
He did.
Everything.
He did. Bless his heart. I miss him so.
It's the only time I ever went out to dinner in a restaurant where he got up and took over the band and brought his family up and they were singing and...
Well, no, wait a second. What's wrong with that? He was good. You heard that Bucks?
Yes.
What was wrong with Bucks?
Nothing.
What was wrong with Bucks? Go ahead.
Nothing. Everything was just fine.
My father, I didn't realize we were going to do what do they call it when you do a roast or whatever. My father, he was young and he was a musician. And he played accordion. Don't you dare say it. Don't you dare say it.
Use an accordion, go to jail.
He played accordion and he was on TV. Well, we've told them before. He was in the movies, with Gene Autry and Roy Rogers, and most of them out there are saying, who? Who? They were country, old cowboy stars, singing cowboys. So anyway, he had a band and he was very successful at it. And we went out to this restaurant and they had was it an open mic?
No,
it wasn't open.
Paid entertainers.
Was it?
Yes. That didn't stop him.
He went home and got his accordion, didn't he? Or was it in the car?
I think it was attached to his hip or something like that.
So anyway, my sister Kim, who now of course is an adult, we were dating. And he had to pour me to my front door because he had me so drunk on tequila. Oh, God. This story is just getting worse.
Don't you like the way it's always my fault?
God, they're going to say, I'll never watch that show again. They're just horrible people. She badmouths her father and she's a drunk on tequila. Anyway.
Why don't we go to your list?
Oh, now they're going to say, what's the end of the story? The end of the story is my father, we were there, he had his accordion in the car. Somebody knew my father was in the audience, what am I calling it? It's a band, it's a little bar, you know.
It was her father who knew he was in the audience.
So he went out and got his accordion. And there were other people though on the bandstand that he played with. He just didn't play by himself. No, there were other people.
Oh, he just took over the band.
He did.
I remember him shoving the band leader off the stage.
Anyway, that was a fun night. You had a good time. All right. Traffic in this town is getting to be absolutely insane. I don't want to go downtown anymore. I absolutely do not. I've said this before. I am not a downtown person. I don't like downtown. I don't want to live in downtown. All I wanted to say was the traffic sucks in this city, and I'm tired of trying to get myself through it. He's now looking at moving to Tucson.
I don't know if I could take the heat,
but
Tucson, depending upon where you live in Tucson,
beautiful.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Housing is priced well, for what we're paying for a little small condo here in Oregon. We could get a nice house.
Yeah, nice.
With a swimming pool in the backyard and the works.
But 110 degrees. And as we were talking about it, and he has been looking at houses again, and of course I want to shoot the computer, and then maybe him, but the computer first.
Do me first. Put me out of my misery.
Is that, here when we have it's hot, it's maybe between 90 and 100 degrees, and that's hot, but it's just a spell. It lasts a week. Last summer it wasn't. Last summer was terrible here. But generally it lasts maybe a week at the most, and then you have a cooling spell. Not in Tucson, baby. No. Not in Tucson. So that's something, and now I know everything's air conditioned and all that.
And it's a dry heat.
But it's a dry heat. But I've heard that in Phoenix, people don't go out during the day. Everything's at night. Nighttime malls, nighttime movies, nighttime shopping, everything's
I heard that
nighttime.
Everybody lives underground, so...
I don't blame him, actually, if that's the case. Anyway, so he is doing it again. Well, you are. Anyway, we're going through
I'll probably have nightmares tonight about her father.
We're going through growing pains again.
Yes.
I don't know. Okay, are you ready now to move on?
I've been ready since...
Okay. Well, I don't know how many of you know, because I don't think I've mentioned it. He knows, and he's been hearing about it for 3 weeks. I have not been able to live stream. I've wanted to live stream. I have hooked, rehooked, up hooked, down hooked, every which way. The camera, the software, all of it. Can't get it to work. The camera light comes on. Nothing happens. How much time did I spend today on it? A couple of hours?
Too much. I'm so technologically advanced, I thought live streaming was fly fishing. So
I kept saying, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And he kept saying, I don't know what you're doing wrong.
I don't know what you're doing, period.
Yeah,
which is
I don't know what you're doing.
Part of the course around here. But.
So I finally started going through all those, I'd gone through all the manuals. That didn't help. So I started going through the Google, what do they call that?
Help?
Help. Troubleshooting help, which I'm very good at troubleshooting, I might add. Well, I started going through this troubleshooting thing. Dang, I can stream. I can stream now, people, and I'm going to stream. I think the next one we do should be a stream. We've had requests. We have.
For streaming?
Yes, because they can talk to us while we're streaming.
Oh.
Remember how we did that once before? Well, they can't talk to us, but they can text while we're streaming. So we're going to do that next time. I promise you. At least I know how to do it now. Because on this list, it said, can't live stream. That's how current I can stream is. I just learned it like within the last 30 minutes. Okay. So I'm the pit master here at the house. And I was barbecuing last night. And I have a smoker. It's pretty funny. It's not funny, but it's pretty funny. And when I get done cooking, I always make sure that that's off. It's electric, you know. It's a pellet barbecue. And I'm always super careful to make sure that that is off. So last night I got done cooking, turned the dial to off, came inside. For some reason, I left the sliding glass door to the patio, the blind open. I know why. Thank you. And so we're getting ready to eat dinner, and I said, "Why don't you go check to see if it's too hot to eat on the deck? It might be kind of nice, you know." Well,
It wasn't too hot,
No, it wasn't.
but it was too smoky.
I had not switched it all the way to off. I had switched it to smoke.
Smoke was just billowing everywhere.
Gosh, it was everywhere. And I mean, that was scary because really, seriously, had I not left that blind open, or we had decided to not even talk about eating out, that would have burned, well, it would have been pretty darn serious. So we got that going for us. Now,
I'm sorry, I put us on hold for a second so I could.
oh, is that why?
I was choking on the smoke, so go ahead.
Let's talk about your BACK. Go ahead.
I strained my back about 12 weeks ago. More than that, I think.
Let me preface this by saying he's a man. Go ahead.
Anyway, so it wasn't getting better, so finally I was in a lot of pain. I couldn't even lift my leg up into the bed.
Just like a man.
So I made an appointment, and I went to the doctor, and they said, "Oh, yeah, you got a back strain. Just use ice, heat, take some sort of anti-inflammatory, and it will resolve in 6 to 8 weeks." Well, not only has it not resolved, it's worse than before. To
like
now, even walking causes
Whose fault
sharp
is
pain.
that? Whose?
Get
I have off my back. I have
So
told
to
you
speak.
for weeks, call the doctor. Call the doctor. Oh, yeah, I'll call the doctor.
Calling all doctors.
So now he's going to call the doctor, or I will call. Mommy will call for you if you don't call for yourself. My little boy, Randy. Oh, come on now. You know how much I love you. Oh.
I don't know right now. What else you got on your list?
I have got probably the best to last because this is dragged on forever. I will do some editing,
I hope
a
so.
little cut and pasting here and there. We want to tell them about your new YouTube channel.
Yeah. Oh, that's it?
No, come on. We've got a channel set up.
Yeah, we've got a channel set up.
Yeah.
It's going to be the director's cut.
Yeah.
And we are going to, I think, publish the first one today.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the last one today. Who knows? We'll see what kind of reaction we get. But, you know, I got some things I want to rant about. But it's not just ranting. Whatever I rant about, I think some of you will be upset about as well. And it's not political. It's got nothing to do with Republican, Democrat,
That's
Independent.
true.
It's more issues that face all of us.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to make suggestions for making it better.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully you will respond with some suggestions of your own.
Mm-hmm.
So it's called the Director's Cut.
And I will leave you a link to his channel down below. Now, if you go there and there's nothing there yet, don't lose heart. He's going to upload. It's just going to, take us a little time to do that, but I will leave that link down there. I do want to say, however, I will do a disclaimer here. The opinions presented on the Director's Cut are not necessarily the opinions of this channel.
And there will be no profanity, even
Oh, no.
though I would like to use some.
No profanity, no. Anyway, I'm very excited for you, and I think, obviously the people who will be seeing you, unless you have a very saucy title that draws people in, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Something that, this is the big deal, is thumbprints and
I have to work zombies into it somehow.
You will have to.
Because zombies are really, really hot.
very hot. So we will do that, and as I said, it'll be down below. If you click on it and there's no videos there, the channel will be there, but you'll need to come back to see if there's any videos.
And my channel photograph of myself is the inner me. It doesn't look much like me, but it's the inner me.
He's got stuck with this picture, and I can't get
I
him to
love
let
this
this picture go. So it's his emoji, if you will.
Yeah, we used to have a food line of Montana Foods, and that picture was our logo for the.
Oh, there's somebody out front skulking around our door. All right.
Color me surprised.
Yeah, they're all out. They're all out there at our front door playing with something. All right, are you done?
Things are going to change around here, though, because on the 27th, I go
He's
on the
doing it.
Homeowners Association board, and look out.
I mean, there's a new sheriff in
New
town.
sheriff in town. You better bet it.
Better bet?
Better bet.
Better bet.
Better bet.
Better buds. All right, are we done?
I've
They
been done
hate when
for
I
about
say
an
that.
hour.
It has been a long one. I will.
Yeah.
I'll just.
Did you get everything on
I
your
think
list?
so. Traffic, and your YouTube channel, the smoking, and your back, and I think that's it.
Okay. If you know anything about Tucson, let us know.
Tucson, or what's the other one? Oro Valley.
Oro Valley, yeah, that looks pretty.
Beautiful.
Very much more expensive.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay.
The other thing that bothers us about Tucson is it's another big city.
It is a big
It
city.
is a big city, and we'd really love to live in a small town.
Well, it's not.
But it's hard to find, anything that isn't an old house or good medical care or services, stores, that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
it's
So
going to be. That's going to be the big.
there is no
big
perfect
issue.
place.
No,
That's
there's
the
not.
problem. So
And every time we get into this, we have long coffee, and almost every day now during a long coffee, this is the topic of conversation, and it's always, you know what, like Dorothy always said it. There's no place like
how
home.
many times did we move during the first 27 years of marriage?
30,
Maybe
30.
30 times. And we've been here for 16 and a half years. It's driving me crazy.
He's like a rolling
I need
stone.
to move.
He's got to get that moss off his rock.
Yep.
All right.
Moss off my rock. I like that.
Oh my gosh, that sounds terribly suggestive.
Sounds
What's it sound?
sensual.
He's a rolling stone.
Yes. But I've
I'm
gathered
gonna have to
too
cut
much
that out.
moss, so.
All right, everybody. We'll see you
Anyway.
later. Don't forget, we're going to stream next weekend, I think. Oh, God, I hate to say that, but we're going to stream next weekend. How about that?
Whatever that is.
He'll come along. He'll figure it out.
Okay.
What he's going to figure out is that it's live, and you cannot say anything like you did at the very beginning of this
Oh,
video
yeah.
that I had to chop off at the
I
knees.
did it deliberately for shock value.
And I said, don't you ever do that while we are
Getting
streaming.
even for last night.
I mean, that chit-chatting of mine?
Yes.
Oh, well.
Yeah. She was so tired and her back hurt so
I
much. She
was.
just wanted to go to bed.
I did.
And go to sleep. And so I was fooling around on the computer, and this voice screams out from her, "Are you coming in or not? I thought you wanted to read while I sleep." So then I come in there. I pick up my book, and she starts off. And 45 minutes later, she's still going, and the book is in a drawer because there's no way she's going to let me read. And finally I said, "I thought you wanted to go to sleep." Yeah.
Well,
Don't wind her up.
no, like a little chatty Cathy. All right, everybody. We'll see you soon. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.